Matt back with you on a fairly sunny day, and today I am at the Shewbread Quaker Burial Ground on Shoebroad Lane in Todmorden. Now this is one of the oldest burial grounds in Todmorden, not quite the oldest, but it's a Quaker burial ground. So in here it's quite interesting because this opened, as I said, 1668, started being used about 1690, and although there's lots of burials in here, there's not many gravestones. Let's go and have a look. So this was also known as the Friends Cemetery, and as I said, burials started here about 1690. Now in 1717, it was written by a Quaker group that they would stop using stones to mark graves, which is why there's not many in here. But you can of course still see things like mounds. However, there are some graves, and they all belong to one family, and it's like one gravestone per person. So it seems to be all the Oddie family. So they've all got their own grave here. So obviously at this point in time we're in the 1800s, in fact 1916 as well. They must have been allowed to start using gravestones again. As I say, you can certainly see where there are mounds, and there have been bodies buried here for centuries. And there is one more gravestone over here. Occasionally what has happened is that rabbits have been known to bury into the ground here, and as they've come back out, bones have been brought to the surface. So occasionally you do find bones here, although I never have. But it's a very nice, peaceful little spot, very well kept. Let's see what this one says. Under the tree. Here is interred the remains of John Scott of Rochdale from 1753. His wife Sarah, 1770. So yeah, so these have been here a long time. So people like John Fielding, who's one of Todmorden's most famous sons, was born into a Quaker family. I think earlier than him there are a number of Fieldings in this site as well. I don't really know enough about the Quaker religion to go into it too much. I know that they faced a bit of a tough time because it was kind of a non-conformist religion. So if you weren't part of the usual religions, yeah, I think they were persecuted, arrested for following their beliefs even back then. Todmorden's got a whole different swathe of religions. We have the Unitarian religion as well, which we've covered before. Actually, I've just seen another grave. I don't know who this one is. Let's have a look. So, W.N. Hampson, 1720, 1797. This is obviously a fairly new addition. Perhaps somebody has traced where this person is. Lastly, before we go, as I said earlier, we're on Shoebroad Lane. It's Shewbread. It's possibly what it was originally called, and the ground is called Shewbread, which apparently is representative of 12 loaves of bread that are presented in the temple in Jerusalem as an offering to God, and they were always there. So there we are. But yeah, it's interesting. It's a very peaceful little spot. Okay, see you again soon.